Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. We go again here away at Tyncastle. Obviously we've just been turned over here at 4-1 by Hearts in the Cup. We're coming back here off of an old firm victory against Celtic. The problem is Michael O'Halloran is out for this one with injury. So Jordan Houston actually himself has an injury. So we're going to have to change this up a bit. We're going to go with this formation then. This is a formation that's produced a couple of decent results for us. So we're going to have to select this. We're going to go Ian Fulton. At the back we've got three centre backs. We've got Cardoso, we've got Murray Wallace, and we've got Ivanildo Fernandez. Three that I actually somewhat trust. And we've got Gamboa as the right wing back. Maximiliano Oliveira as the left wing back. In the middle you will play, when given the option here, I would think you would play Jamie Burr-Jonas, playing as a supporting deep line playmaker, and you would play Liam Henderson, I feel, as another supporting deep line playmaker. Then in behind the strikers you're going to play Donis Avdiaj, and then the strikers are going to be Herrera and Morelos. Substitutes of course: Fodringham, Alves, Houston I guess even though he has a knock, Mitchell. Now can Price play? Yep, he can play. But Ryan Jack, Akram Afif and Odsonne Edouard are going to round out the bench. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be playing that formation right now. 4-2-3-1 again. It's pretty much exactly the same lineup from Hearts. Aggressively, you're keen to avenge what happened last time you played Hearts, and hopefully they do show that they are going to do that. I want them to show some passion today, that they are pissed off, that they are embarrassed about how they played last time they were here. As Hearts have about 70% of the first 5 minutes in terms of the possession. 3 shots to nil in Hearts' favour already. 15 minutes gone, we've not had a shot. As Ivanildo Fernandez moves to take the throw in, it's to Wallace now. We're being pressed very high here. Henderson gets it from Fernandez, plays it to Oliveira. In the middle to Burr-Jonas. Avdiaj now moves it for Morelos. It's not a good ball. Played down the right by Michael Smith. Easy for Fernandez to cover though. Decent touch, decent ball. Oliveira into Burr-Jonas. Hearts trying to press really high. That's a shocking pass. Lafferty's isn't though. It's in for Goncalves, who got a hat-trick in the cup. He's hit the post here. And it's shocking passing on our part that leads to it. Gamboa now with the throw. Can we sucker punch them? Burr-Jonas takes a touch. Burr-Jonas for Henderson. Henderson down to Oliveira, trying to get it in that left foot. He has a shot in the end, it's just wide of the post. And I have to say at this point, I have to comment, Jamie Burr-Jonas has looked really crap this season. He really hasn't been up to it. After being one of the best, if not the best, in the league last season, he's no really started this season. And Eduardo Herrera, again, injured. I have to ask if his career's over. Because he's just constantly injured now. No, I don't want to put Edward there. Yeah, he's just constantly injured now, Eduardo Herrera. He can't get any length of time on the park without picking up a knock. It's been uninspiring, shall we say. 50-50 possession, 5 shots, 1 on target. We're tied in terms of every statistic, basically, with Hearts. And I suppose, if you'll try to look at this from a positive outlet, you'd say that it's been a better first half than the cup. As Smith, little disguised throw there to June, back to Smith. Puts it in, and it's hit the crossbar. As Gamboa picks it up. Statistically, we're still locked here. 50 possession each, 1 shot on target, and 5 shots in general each. As we go into half time. Suppose we're just going to encourage the boys here. Would like to probably take Avdiaj off. We're not doing badly, lads. Avdiaj just hasn't done this. Just hasn't been the same since getting hurt. Henderson can be an advanced playmaker in behind the 2 strikers, and Ryan Jack can come on deep line playmaker with a defensive role. We're going to demand more in this half. We haven't been bad, but we haven't exactly been all over them either. Burr-Jonas to Jack and Henderson with a good pass to Gamboa. We're just edging possession now for the first time in the match as Fulton plays it out to Fernandez. They're very wide, the back 3. Fernandez, good ball into Murray Wallace. Murray Wallace forward to Oliveira. Confident pass. Henderson now picking up on it. Looking for a run from Morelos. It's not a good ball though. Smith can cover. Play it back to the goalkeeper. Hamilton thumps it long. Goncalves against Wallace. Wallace away, but only as far as Lafferty. Inside to Doom. Acres of space for Doom, but well closed by Jack. Morelos now. He's got Odson Edouard with him. Can we take the lead here? Henderson's got a bit of an overlap from Gamboa. It's a great ball from Henderson to Gamboa. Gamboa puts it in. Morelos attacks it. It's 1-0 Rangers. Come on. Praise, praise, praise. Excellent from Gamboa. Lovely finish from Morelos. Just poked at it with his head. And it's 1-0 at Tyncastle. As Harry Cochrane comes on for Jamie Lindsay. Peter Pollitt and Achinte are the other substitutes. A big sweeping ball. Oliveira nicks it. It's Morelos now. He's got Edouard on the other side. Edouard picking her up now against Christophe Berra. He's very wide and he's hit the crossbar. Comes back out to Oliveira. Will probably just be challenged here, I think. Oliveira puts a ball in. Oof, and Jack Hamilton's fumbled it behind in the end. It remains 1-0 at the moment. Barjonas's corner in. Edouard down for Morelos, and it's blocked by Smith as we continue to press forward here looking for the winner. Not the winner, pardon me. The goal to double our lead. Barjonas now to Jack. I actually forgot we'd scored there. Jack thunders it, and it's blocked well by Achente, who will probably beat Gamboa to it. Not quite. Gamboa gets it and just thunders it forward. Out for a goal kick to Hearts, but a lot better than letting Achente pick that one up. 65 minutes gone, 1-0 to Rangers here at Tyncastle. Probably just edging the game as well. Wallace with a great ball to Gamboa. His passings look really on point, actually, Murray Wallace. There's Oliveira now for Morelos. It's a great ball. Morelos is into the box, has a shot, and it's too hot to handle for Jack Hamilton. Alfredo Morelos at the double. 2-0. And this brings our streak of league victories up to 4, I think, in a row. If we win, by the way. I'm no counting this as a victory yet. Suter thunders it forward. Achente gets in behind Gamboa. Has a shot across the keeper. Oh, dearie me. It's not good defending. It's not good goalkeeping. It's just not good all round. Let's tell the boys to concentrate. We've got 15 minutes. Let's just drag Gamboa and Oliveira back a little bit. Henderson can drop back into the midfield. We'll go with more of a controlling mentality. Pardon me, we'll try and retain possession with a lower tempo. Close down a bit less, more disciplined. Still look for the overlap, mind you. We don't want to completely retreat into our shell. As Edouard why is Edouard taking the free kick? It's flicked on. Fernandez at the back. Stick! There you go. Ivanildo Fernandez. That's why Odson Edouard's taking the free kick, because he's got a hell of a delivery on him, apparently. And we'll throw on Dimitri Mitchell for Maximiliano Oliveira. And it's 3-1 Rangers at Tynecastle. A great result. To be honest, I was worried about coming here after we got turned over so poorly in the cup. Barjonas's ball in finds Wallace backstick. 4-1. We've reversed the result from the cup. And Hearts didn't even have to go down to 8 men for us to do it. Murray Wallace gets what he's deserved. He's looked brilliant at the back with his passing. He's looked like a wee playmaker from centre-back actually recently. And as we enter into the last 5 minutes, now I'm counting it as a win. Jack Hamilton playing it long. If we were to lose 3 goals in the last 5 minutes, I'd resign. As Kyle Lafferty plays it to Berra now. Berra to Lafferty. And Smith. Achente, who of course scored the Hearts goal today. Cochrane. Lafferty. Cochrane again. Too much space for him. Tries to switch it to Pollitt. It's cut out by Mitchell. Can we get a 5th? Morelos plays it for Odson Edouard, but Lafferty tracks back well. Achente picking it up now. Trying to run forward down the left-hand side. Still going. Lots of energy, the substitute, of course. Easily gets away from his man. It's whipped in. It's Goncalves just wide of the post. Let's tell them to tighten up here. I'd like to get out with 4-1, or can we not? Oh, we can now, but it's jumped away. Oh well. We're getting out with 4-1 by the looks of it. 20 seconds left in the game. 4-1 up at Tynecastle. Great result. Jim can't get there. Gamboa plays it away to Edouard. He holds it up. Well blocked. Barjonas picks the ball up now. Playing it to Edouard. Into Morelos. Looked offside. Nope. Game's still going. Cochrane with the ball now. And it's over 4-1. Great finishing from Alfredo Morelos today. Man of the match award goes to Morelos. Murray Wallace, a little word for him, scored the goal, and of course the excellent passing out from the back. Eduardo Herrera injured again. We're going to advance. I think we've got... In fact, do we have a game left to play? I don't know if we do. Let's have a look. In the league, the next game is on the 18th, so no, we don't. Let's advance forward towards that Hamilton game. So, we're sitting third in the league at the moment. We're on a good streak. Obviously managed that win against Celtic in the last episode. Just beat Hearts 4-1 at Tyncastle. Turned them over. Avenged that cup loss there. Sadly, obviously the Betfred Cup won't be in our possession this year. The first season in our Rangers tenure that we won't actually be in the final of the Betfred Cup. Of course, going out 4-1 in the quarter-final. But we avenged it in the league. I'd much rather it that way round, rather than going through in the cup and getting gubbed in the league. Much rather it the way round that we did it. So we've got a bit of momentum going, actually. Question now, after that game, of course, and such a strong victory against a good Hearts side, is whether we keep this formation or we go back to the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-2-1. It's really tough because we've got a lot of players in the squad who've shown glimpses that they could well be a first team player in a Rangers squad that could win the league, and then had other games where they've looked like absolute hot garbage that needed to be dumped as soon as possible. One of the ones that stands out in my head with that is Donis Avdiaj. He obviously started the season really well before he got injured. Looked like he could actually be a key player in that attacking midfield position. Looked like he could really support the strikers well. And then recently looked like hot garbage when he came back from his injury. Wayne Rooney's looked quite poor as well. Doesn't look like he's got it anymore. Murray Wallace has looked pretty good at the back. And of course the three central defenders, Fernandes, Cardoso and Wallace, I do trust now. So do you play them as a three then? And play Oliveira and Gamboa as wing backs, but then that leaves out O'Halloran, who okay just now is injured, so that's fine, and Afif, who actually seems like he's finally starting to have a good season after we were talking about selling him. In the midfield you've got two sitting deeper and then one which will probably be Henderson just in behind the two strikers, Edward and Morelos, who are two young strikers that we're hoping to be here for the long haul, so if we could get them both into the team it'd be good. So it does seem to make sense, actually, to play with the three centre-backs, the wing-backs, two at central midfield and one in behind two strikers. It does, as I say, seem to be a good idea. The only problem with it, though, with the full-backs bombing forward on the overlap, is getting done down the wings. Right, so let's see how the injury thing's going. Rashawn Williams would be a good signing from Man United. He looks okay. He became a monster in Football Manager 2017 actually, so I wonder if he still improves that well. Oh, Fernandes out 2 to 3 days. Barjonas out for 2 weeks. Bierman with a 5.1 for Malta. I mean, he's always going to get a poor rating playing for Malta just because he's playing for Malta. John McGinn scores his first goal for Scotland, which is nice for the young boy. But it's time to get back to proper football action now. Is there a Friday game? There is. Dundee net. Oh, the Dundee derby. Celtic are at St Johnstone. Tough fixture for them. Aberdeen hosting County. And Hearts Hibs as well. Edinburgh derby. Derby day weekend. Dundee derby first. Hopefully Dapo Mabude can haunt his old club. No, it's a 1-0 win for Dundee, and Coy, who actually scored a goal against ourselves in the 2-2 and scored a goal against Celtic. Is Aitchison? Aitchison is on loan from Celtic, okay. Where is Coy? Is he good or what? What's the story with him? Patrick Coy, 29-year-old Congolese who looks bang average but is playing really well. Fair enough. And Fopala? Nah, Fopala's not going to make it. Just doesn't look good enough. Started well as well last season for St Mirren, but now he just doesn't look like he's going to be of the required quality. So 5 wins, a draw and a loss against Hamilton so far in our tenure. Aber Jonas, of course, coming out for Jack. Not going to be able to play in there. Wiley's got that knock off the bench for Jack Price as well. Actually, for John McGinn, there's no point in Price being on the bench when McGinn's clearly our preferred option. Herrera coming out as well for Odsonne Edouard to play up front, and I'm going to let him be an attacking target man. And that'll be the squad. It'll be Fulton, Cardoso, Wallace, Fernandez, Gamboa, Oliveira, Jack, Henderson. McGinn's going to come in for Avdiaj, and we'll actually see Henderson move up there, play as an advanced playmaker just in behind the two. And John McGinn can be a deep line playmaker as well with Jack, but he can be supporting while Jack is defending. 4-1-4-1 from Hamilton, very negative formation. Assertively going to tell them we're favourites for a reason. And let's hope we can go and put them to the sword here. Ibrox, we've been performing pretty confidently at Ibrox actually. Craig now for Hamilton, they go along over the top, but that is cut out. And 2 shots to 1 for ourselves in the opening 5 minutes, as McGregor's actually got Celtic ahead already up at McDermott Park against St Johnstone. Corner here for Rangers to be taken by McGinn. It's floated in, it's attacked by Fernandez. It's a penalty. There's a push on Fernandez by Diallo. Penalty kick to Rangers, taken by Liam Henderson, who steps up for 1-0. Good early start here against Hamilton. And that moves us up, would you believe, to first position. Of course, Hibernian to play against Hearts tomorrow. But we'd be top of the league, as Diallo plays it out to Skondras and O'Ware. Forward, header away. Craig will pick it up though, plays it out to Redmond. Redmond against Gamboa. Gamboa holds him up well. It's back to McMahon. Gamboa closing him down too. It's knocked over the top. It's missed by the 3 centre-backs. Koulibaly's in. Oh, and Oliveira's tackle puts it in. That is brutal, man. And that drops us back down to third. Push forward. Come on now. Put them to the sword. We want to be ahead by half time at least. Come on, half an hour gone. We've not really created a real chance yet. 6 shots now, 5 on target. No real chance created. That's a worrying statistic. As Aberdeen take the lead against Ross County as well. And we are going to have to settle for a 1-1 half-time scoreline against Hamilton at Ibrox. We are not looking confident. We are not looking like an expansive, forward-thinking team just now. We're going to have to go attacking. We're going to have to up the tempo, sit higher up, try and put some pressure on them. And we're going to have to demand more out of our boys in the second half. This Gamboa comes forward now. 7 shots, 6 on target, 8 shots, 7 on target, and we're still not seeing any of these. How poor is the quality of these shots that it's not even worth showing us? As Woods kicks it long down the right hand side from a Kelly point of view. Fernandez nods it on to McGinn. McGinn picks it up. Morelos is making the run. McGinn finds him. Just square it for Edouard. Squares it for Odsonne Edouard. There you go. That's exactly what you want them to do. Praise the boys. Excellent stuff. As easy as you like. In behind. Cross the face and taps it in. Good combination from the front two. But with 12 shots, we only have 2 goals as McGinn lines up a free kick well over the bar. Free kicks just didn't seem to go in this. As Norbert Ballo has Celtic 3-0 up now. He has 2 of those goals actually. Ball over the top, picked up by Cardoso easily as we can build from the back. Cardoso out to Fernandez, but 20 odd minutes left. Fernandez to McGinn, moves it quickly to Oliveira, in for Henderson. Kelly just not able to get a foot in the ball. Oliveira picking it up now. Plays it through for Morelos, is in, looks for a first time finish, and there you go for 3-1. Praise, praise, praise. So good, man. Jordan Houston on for Gamboa, Dimitri Mitchell on for Oliveira, and Avdiaj on for Henderson. No, not for him, for Henderson. There we go. And he can play in behind the 2 strikers. 20 minutes to go. Triple substitution. Let's see if we can see something the last 20 minutes from these boys coming on off the bench. We've had 5 times the number of shots that Hamilton have, 15-3, and 10 times the number on target, 10-1 of course. Rooney has Aberdeen 2 up, I think, or not, I don't know. It's a weird one there. Yep, I think he does have them 2-0 up. Jack into McGinn, let's see something, come on. McGinn, space to move into, great ball to Mitchell, there's a man down in the middle, not given. Morelos scores. Another lovely cutback. Mitchell just squares it for Morelos, who has a brace. 4-1, and the free scoring Rangers team continues. 17 shots now we've had, my God. As Kelly take the lead through Eamon Brophy over Partick. Francombe into Dobbin. Gillespie. Daham. Francombe. Hamilton probing away forward, scoops her out to the other side, easy for Houston though. Avdiaj playing it into McGinn, can we get a 5th? McGinn still going, races by a Hamilton man. Morelos back to Avdiaj, that's a good ball. Running at them, he loses it to a challenge, but Houston does manage to win it back. McGinn, Mitchell, come on son, get this square. Takes a touch, sets himself square. Morelos for the hat-trick, 5-1 hat-trick for Morelos. Praise, praise, praise. He's got a hat-trick and he's got the assist for Odsonne Edouard. What a game for Morelos today, at least in the second half. And there's the injury to Morelos. That better be minor. What's it saying? We're not going to see. As Partick equalised through Adam Barton. It's almost over here at Ibrox, away by Cardoso. Gillespie for Francombe. Mitchell just blooters it into the sky. Houston chases, takes it down very well, and then sort of punts it off the Hamilton guy. 10 seconds or so left. Houston playing it into the middle, and it's been another good performance, man. You combine this with a game at Tyncastle, and we're looking pretty good right now. Celtic, of course, back to winning ways. Up in Perth against St Johnstone. 18-3 shot count for ourselves. My God, Partick have nicked that at Rugby Park. 3-1 at the end. 3 late goals from Partick. Don't suppose St Johnstone have done the same. Nah, 3-0 to Celtic. 2-1 Aberdeen win. But that puts us top of the league before Hibs play Hearts, which we will obviously check the result of before we go. 2 to 3 days for Morelos. Couldn't ask for better. Well, I could ask for him just not to get injured in the first place, but still, when you're injured, 2 to 3 days isn't bad. Marco Milanese, by the way, is commanding it for Intella. Let's look. Well, he's only played 3 games, but he's done really well. And yes, we absolutely raged in the first half, and it seems to have done the business. We were at 1-1, and we ended up winning 5-1 after shouting and bawling at them. Come on, let's not have Hibs win. Let's finish this episode top of the pile. Celtic looking to keep pace, of course, after they lost at Ibrox. 1 behind us. Hibs still in the race. Let's see how they got on against Hearts. Hearts will be at Easter Road, I think. They are indeed. We expect a Hibs victory. 2-0 to Hibs. Hibs finished the episode top of the league. 3 ahead of Celtic, 2 ahead of us, 4 ahead of Saints, 5 ahead of Aberdeen. It's really tight at the top until you get to 6th place Hearts, who are 6 points behind Aberdeen. But it's shaping up to be a really good top 4. There you can see it there. 3 games now, 1 in a row since that shocking Hearts game. Beat Celtic, beat Hearts as revenge, 4-1. Beat Hamilton, 5-1. Next episode, we're going to be taking on Partick and Kilmarnock at Firhill and then Rugby Park. Then we're going to be hosting Hibs and Dundee United. So hopefully we can keep this winning run going and really build up some momentum. But that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I certainly did. 2 good, solid victories and some good score lines as well for us there. If you've liked the episode, please drop down below and leave a like. It does really help the channel out. And of course, if you want to follow the series, you can subscribe, which I'd be really grateful for. But overall, just thanks for watching our 9 goals in this episode, and I'll see you next time when we're at Firhill and Rugby Park.